Yeah, just to clarify, as always, Shandalar does love crashing on this more recent machine. Defeat the necromancer that has been menacing the village instead now. Okay. Sure. I'm not exactly confident of the differences other than the fact that they are different decks, but let's see what you've got. Necromancer. As this terror is going to be a complete dead draw for this deck. He's playing Dark Grip, Black Lotus, Demonic Tutor. All that work to get to... Well, it is 2 Knights of Stromgald, but still. This is something that means I want to be careful about how I use Coat of Arms. Fuck. I'm not in good shape right now. I should probably have picked up Funeral Charms instead of Terrors, but... Yeah, that's a really disgusting first turn that he had, so... That's kind of rough. This guy is definitely using a deck that is a little bit next level compared to us. Oh, hey, we do have a replacement for that Warlord if we lose it immediately. I mean, we're certainly hoping for that to not be the case, but I digress. Play Sarcomancy. Dropping a zombie token immediately. We will just enfeeble that right off the hop, and you can start losing some life for those. And blight that land. And end turn. Very unfortunate that I am in this position again. Well, I guess we just keep restarting until we actually can get a version of this fight that goes our way. I really wish I had those Funeral Charms so that way I could kill his creatures. But I didn't get those for some reason. I got Terror instead. And now he's got Bad Moon going. That is potentially okay by us. It does depend very heavily on what we are able to get on the board here. And unfortunately, it's looking like we're not drawing shit for this, so... Yeah, once again, we're just gonna keep scooping and doing this until we get a version of this fight that works. Yeah, see, this one looks a little bit better so far. He plays the Knight of Stromgald, and I'll play the Dothy Horror, because then I can start building some damage here. Play Urza's Bauble. Yeah, like we do this. And then we play the Skeletal Snakes, that way we can block his Knight. Oh, dang, he's got one of those too. Well... and say, hopefully I'll draw something that will help me out with that sometime soon. Hesi paralyzes my guy. Well, unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate, but play another one of those. And just pass turn. Yeah, we'll go for the untap now. Play that. Play Deathwatch on that, so basically he just always takes the first strike. Instead of trying to get big for his britches. I'll take the 2. Yeah, see, this ended up being me screwing up, but hey. I think we've still got this. Probably. Yeah, see, he didn't draw anything. I mean, he could be playing those Dauthi Slayers and actually have a board presence, but instead he's choosing not to, and who am I to argue? When it gives me the free wins so that way I can get that, the answer is absolutely nobody. Excellent. So, as I alluded to, we pick up a Bad Moon, because that is a nice little buff spell for us. And then I guess we're taking out a Terror because... Actually, no, I should take out Death Grip because that is honestly a little bit more specific than the other one. Although, yes, we definitely need actual removal that is a little bit more color agnostic. But first of all, we need to stop getting chased by that guy. Crawl our way to town here. Any goodies? Mine knives. That's like a really garbage hymn to Torak. Akujin for 2 black amulets. Sure, I seen that guy right over there when I was thinking about going towards the dungeon. Sedge Beast. Let's take this guy on. I think this is a fight that I can win. Don't love going second against a red deck, but sometimes you just have to take what you can get with that. With regard to that. So, yeah, plus, of course, he's the land destruction deck. Right? One of the... There's also very often a red-green land destruction deck, which is about as sucky. Corrosion. Beginning of your upkeep, put a rust counter on each artifact target opponent controls. Then destroy each artifact with mana value less than or equal number of rust counters on it. Artifacts destroyed this way can't be regenerated. When corrosion leaves the battlefield, remove all rust counters from all permanents. Cool. That would be very unfortunate if I had a Mox. As it stands, the main thing that would do at this particular juncture is make my horrible hordes have a mediocre time very, very slowly. A creature that at this point I would probably only play so that way I could have a Dauthi Embrace target to fuel Warlord a little bit more, but I don't need to. Yeah, let's take those. Oh, right. That wasn't the one that wanted me to kill the Necromancer. That's somebody we already dealt with. Strangely enough, I feel like I clicked a little bit higher than that, but okay, game. Jin? Where's the Jin? I think the Jin fucked off. Yeah, bro just despawned. Well, okay then. Alright, we're back in Merit Lage's last sighting. Which of these has the flying ability? Is Wayward Soul, I presume? Yes. I couldn't tell you what that card was off the top of my head, so that really was just kind of a guess based on name. And my remembering a couple of the others not having that. So, hey. Meanwhile, Eladomri's Vineyard should give us a nice bit of speed boosting here. In fact, enough for me to do this and just drop Warlord turn 1. And crack the bauble. Wow, she's got a basic land in her hand. Incredible. Who could imagine such a thing? Play that. Play Dothi Embrace. And swing for 1. Oh, disgusting. She's playing Aspect of Wolf. Ugh. Grab that. Alright, Cursed Land. Quicksand. Take our free damage. Receive our free damage. In that case, as it were. And play our mana for turn. Get this thing out of here. Not interested in that. Play the snake. Right, because we have mana for that. I was like, what? But no, it makes total sense. Never mind. Dothi Warlord doing some business. And yeah, this is 1. We still do really badly against fast decks because we're not as fast as that. Sidar Jabari is a 5-drop, I think? Nope, he's a 4-drop. Well, I certainly hope that I don't have to go through the snake dudes to get at any of the good treasures. Meanwhile, we'll fight this mounted elf, and we start with a horror in play. Start doing some stuff, and I wish we had more cards in hand right now of, like, a non-land variety, but hey. I'll take it. That Sky Shard Elite. As long as the opponent controls a non-basic land. Ooh. Gross. I guess I'll just have to not play that. And you played Tranquility. Well, that's okay. We still take the win anyway. There's our Black Lotus. Yes, we are done with this place. Excellent. We can be really, really unsure as to what we're going to substitute out for that. I feel that the correct answer here is probably to dump the hordes. As Dothi Embrace slowly becomes useless, I just have to find more guys to replace that with. Because otherwise it's like, oh yeah, you can buff your Nightmare to heck and back, but big whoop, quite frankly. Let's save, I was going to say, and go look for this Djinn. And there we go. Oh, Living Death, huh? Living Death. What a card that is. Now, to be totally honest with you... Oh, my voice cracked there. A single Tar Pit Warrior is not really worth burning our Black Lotus. So we're just going to do that. Oh, you've got your Roots of Life for swamps. Yeah, okay. Gain 1 life. I hope you guys like that noise, because you're probably going to hear a lot of it. Swing with the ghoul. And we're just doing some trading back and forth here. You know what? Sure, I will crack open Cursed Land, crack open the Black Lotus for Cursed Land, pardon me. And then play Bad Moon. And I don't know how much I'm going to need to play anything else. I guess it depends on if I draw anything else. Because right now I have not really a whole lot of useful cards here. Dauthi Embrace is not going to help me here. Armageddon, huh? Well, that's a pretty serious way to get rid of Cursed Land. I mean, hey, if it works, but also, yeesh. I think you're being a little silly, dude. Give me those, and yeah, Mangara tapped another. That's clearly got to be the white wizard is Mangara in that case. I do not know who all the wizards are off the top of my head in this version of the version of the game. Give me those, and I really did that for just that, huh? Well, hell of a lot of good that does me. I'm sure eventually I'll find something that will allow me to put that to real use. Dauthi Mercenary, yes! We will take that, and we'll take an extra swamp as well. East to Teremco Sanctum. They will reward us with some more life. I'm up for that. I'm definitely up for that. And remove 1 Embrace for our Mercenary. As I slowly but surely start building up more cards that I can use to play that. Huh? 61 cards? What do I have? I should have taken out the hordes, I guess. Well, that's fine. Yeah, Dauthi Embrace is really not doing a ton for us at this particular point. Happen upon a thieves' hideout, and I get 500 gold. Return on my investment, or something. Oh, he takes a guaranteed first turn. Well, alright. That's just how it goes sometimes. Play that. I'll play Death Watch on the Urg Raiders. Even though it's gonna be a bit of a minute before they actually die. But it will happen pretty soon. Spinal Graft. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, destroy that creature. It can't be regenerated. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouch. Well, ultimately, that's fine. Because unfortunately, that causes Broken Visage to fizzle. And we're just kind of getting screwed over here, because we drew literally nothing. And we lost to Badlands. Well, that is very unfortunate, or will be in the future, but for now, I will just have to live with it. I can just replace it with a swamp. Pick up that Dark Ritual. Here we go. Finally, we can come pick up some Funeral Charms. Or at least a Funeral Charm. Let's say there's another charm here that we don't see. It's weird. Black Charm specifically, for anyone who's like, oh, well. And I forget what the name of it is. The Conjurer who's been menacing this village. Oh yeah, we lost the land. That's right. Let's... What's that? Well, we can put a scrub land in there, but we don't want those to necessarily get eaten. I should probably have been substituting out all of my... these things as soon as I was able to. 2, 3... Don't need the grasslands anymore, then. That can come out. The Bad River will stay... No, I'll take out the Bad River. And then I don't have to risk it. 23, right? Yeah, I wanted to put the Funeral Charm in. Right. Defeat a Conjurer. Was a blue guy, so we're looking for one of those. You'd think they'd be easier to find right near the blue castle, but apparently not. And time for us to get mobbed by all these guys. Meanwhile, the Warlock, who is playing what I would love to be like, oh, it's a worse version of our deck, but it's probably a better version knowing us, knowing our luck. Play Warlord, and I see what you're up to, guy. Summon a Tar Pit Warrior. Play Jackal. Swing. Oh, right, because he's also got Sarcomancy as one of his side strategies. Play the Skeletal Snake, and swing this guy in. He doesn't feel like blocking with the zombie, which, fair enough. Instead, he plays the Zombie Master. Let's boost the snake. Swing in. Yeah. Hey, give me another Chet Medallion. Absolutely. And a Dark Ritual. Wow. I don't like fighting the Sedge Beast. He's annoying. Well, here's a blue creature at last. We cycled through these guys enough to actually get one to show up, but it's not the one I'm looking for. Probably take the fight anyway, because it's better than all these, like, 800 Necromancers. They are a little bit pains in the butt. Anti-Riders. Almost a decent creature. I mean, especially this is an era where 1/1 for 1 is kind of the norm, so... Wow, what a useful thing to see. Also, good lord, this guy is just dropping out so many of these. It's a little silly. Thirst and creature. Send it unless you pay mana. Well, now this has just become a little bit upsetting because I'm stuck here with almost no real plays I can make. Yeah, let's just kill that thing, I suppose. Block there. Oh, we killed 2 creatures at least. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm stuck here not able to play anything because I'm not drawing anything. And he's playing a pirate ship, so I'm just dead at this point. That was dog shit. I got robbed so seriously there. Just drew absolutely nothing the entire game. I hate it when that happens. It happens far more than I care to admit. Alright, play the horror. And he's responding by making me discard a card. Well. Thanks, dude. Play Jet Medallion, play another Warlord in response. Well, that's fair trade. Oh, he's got Dothi Embrace as well. Wow. Wow. Let's plan that. And I am going to zap that thing real quick. Even if it does weaken my position. He's playing Coat of Arms. Excellent. That's a perfectly acceptable trade as far as I'm concerned. At least for the time being. Alright, come on. Swing in with your mercenary. Or block with it. That works too. As I have to keep doing a bunch of stuff like this in order to actually try to make progress. This deck sucks to play against. So at least that's fun. On the other hand, that's not really going to kill much of anything if it even gets a chance. And it did not. So, hey, take that and we get another duplicate card of our choice. Fantastic. I love when a plan comes together like this, because it usually doesn't, to be honest with you. So, give me another Black Lotus. I probably don't need more swamps at this point, but I'll take them anyway. Is this the person I'm looking for? No, this is the Thought Invoker. Like that. Ivory Tower, huh? Hmm. You like to gain life for yourself, huh? That's fine. I should still be able to win this eventually. Ah, rude. Replay the Warlord. Stasis. Lovely. Just play this Bad Moon, and sure, I'll swing for 3. Now, eventually Stasis has to wear out, right? You've got to run out of plays at some point. That's what I'm telling myself. Perfect. Unfortunately, slightly less perfect. I did not draw another land to... Well, I mean, the kill is still pretty secure, I think. But I didn't get to Coat of Arms. Coat of Arms really not getting a whole lot of chances to actually do shit in this, in this bit of business here. There we go. This is the guy we're looking for. Yeah, Dissipate. Dissipate is the 3 mana counter a spell, and if it's countered this way, it gets exiled card, I believe. So, let's see. Do you dissipate? No, you counterspell it instead. Okay. Well, that's slightly unfortunate, but I've got the Warlord on the battlefield at least anyway, so I can just start chipping you down slowly if I have to. And apparently I do. Sakata Firewalker. Ugh. That's going to be a problem. Because it can just kill all of my creatures instantly. And I need to draw, like, Enfeeblement or something for that. Unfortunately, Bro did, in fact, return his counterspell. But, thank goodness, we didn't have to worry about it because he's still tapped out. He just keeps returning his counterspells. I was going to say, I think we have this, but he also tapped out completely to be able to do that. So it's like, mostly I was thinking that it would be the Cursed Land procs that would get him. So, hey, at the end of it, we got there, and we get another duplicate card. Holy fuck. That's awesome. I am so glad for that, although let me tell you, the ability to read the cards in here, getting a little bit tough. But I'm picking that up, and we get to go back to paying this guy off who just came out of effing nowhere. Go pick up another Funeral Charm, and we do a little bit of deck editing here just to round things out for us, because, yes, take that out. We got ourselves another Mox, right? That was what happened, wasn't it? Yes, I'm not dumb. Not entirely, anyway. Put that in. We don't need one of those Dothy Embraces. That can go. Now, unfortunately, God, I wish I could put the other Warlord in there, but because we don't have the artifact that... Why do I have 61 cards in here again? Did I didn't pull the Swamp out properly? There we go. That's better. Okay. Well, that's all right. 3 hours, and we managed to get some good progress on our build, so that will do for this session.